game yang kita gemari iaitu Fantasy Premier League.
Bro, wrong channel, bro.
Huh?
Wrong channel.
Wrong channel lah. I thought we're doing a Malay podcast today. No,
Bro, we are live on YouTube, bro.
Alright.
That one is tomorrow, bro. Malay podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of FPL Coffee Talks with your host Anwar, the FPL Casual, where two gentlemen come together to speak about the game we love, Fantasy Premier League. I'm Anwar, the FPL Casual, and with me, my buddy.
Look, man, the sensible one. Bro, I got one question for you.
What's the
How
question,
is
bro?
it? How is it climbing the corporate ladder, bro?
Well, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's a bit challenging. There are many ways to do it, but you got to do what you got to do, huh?
You,
It's something that you got to do, huh? Not
I
so
know it was
easy,
a
but
French company, by the way. That's why he's speaking in a French accent. So, any tips on how to climb the ladder? Just couple of tips, bro. For anyone who wants to
uno,
know.
tu parles français, on peut. Alors,
Bodoh. Bro, we're gonna upload this, bro. Are we gonna restart recording now?
yeah, we just go on, man.
Okay. Bro,
Anyway,
because I
yeah.
know, but seriously, how's it, bro? I mean, you've been very bothered these few days, bro. So
Not bothered lah. I think
you are lah, bro.
like I mentioned earlier, it's something that you get to do. You it's a stage in your life where you get to put yourself out there. So you just put yourself out there and you hope for the best. Yeah.
But all good
So
as of
shout out to Thierry Henry. So hope he recognizes my accent, and also to Asin
Bro,
Wenger.
people will shut up on the podcast. We are 2 minutes in already. Okay, let's let's do another intro, bro. How's life? How's FPL
Yeah,
life?
everything's good. I think for the FPL perspective, I see a lot of people are getting excited. I'm still taking it chill. This is our episode, second episode of the preseason. I think I've got a lot to listen to Lokman because he's my strategy guru here. I'm joking a little bit, but I think we take things chill for the moment. And how about yourself, Lokman? I see
I'm
you've
not
been
sure,
tinkering
bro.
a lot, huh?
I've been
Yeah.
thinking a lot, bro, for content for my team. No, my team first, and then content second. But I'm tinkering. I'm thinking how to beat not only you, but everyone in the country and in the mini league. Oh, by the way, for anyone, right, I created a mini league. So if you guys are not aware yet, join our mini league. I'll probably put it in the. No, I wouldn't put it in the episode description. You have to join our Telegram chat. The links of the Telegram chat. If you're not in our Telegram group chat yet, please do join. And yeah, and follow us on our socials as usual. Share the love.
Yeah, so like what Lokman mentioned, our Telegram group is where, firstly, to be eligible to win the award or prize, you got to be in our Telegram group. Details are in the Telegram group as well. It's where the community come together. We have quite a bit of constructive discussions right now in the Telegram chat, and I think most recently was whether we should sacrifice some defensive assets like maybe Trent Alexander-Arnold to bring in more premium forward. I mean, to spend the cash in the attacking players
Yep.
instead. And like Loman mentioned, if you're listening to this on Spotify, don't forget to subscribe to us, give that 5-star rating. I think we are live on
Yes, we are live
YouTube.
on YouTube.
All right, so if
But
you're
no,
live,
no.
you're listening to our banter, hello, welcome. Yeah, if you're listening, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you get a notification each time we go live or each time we drop a new
Yeah.
episode.
I'm just
All right.
testing it. I think next part we can tell everyone that we are live and you can join in the conversation. But right now, before we get into it, we are on episode 152, first draft. Let's get into it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Thanks for
Let's go. Anytime now, let's go. Bruh. Let's go. Let's go.
let's go. I
Let's
know.
go. Let's go.
I know.
Yeah.
It's your call, bro. You're the one who usually start.
What's the intro music?
No, it played already, bro. You didn't hear. Your internet is lagging, bro. Play already,
Ah.
bro. Actually, sometimes when I was the host, when I was the sorry, the not the host, right? Sometimes I also cannot listen. So I think you are one of me. I think your internet is slow, bro. But let's get into it, bro. Let's get into the podcast.
So do you no wait,
Inflate lah.
no, do you click the live one or is
I
just
did, I did.
live?
Yeah,
Sure, bro.
I'm sure, I'm sure. Let's get into it. If I didn't, also doesn't matter. Let's get into the podcast, bro.
I think you
Where
edit.
where we wo- Yeah, yeah. No, it's live, bro. We are live on YouTube.
Oh, we're live. We're live.
We are really live. You
Oh,
can go on our YouTube now,
oh
bro, if you want to
my,
see.
oh my God! All right, welcome back to this episode. This is preseason 24-25, number two, first drafts. I think. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We're still sorting this out. If you see the last couple of episodes, I was the one behind the hosting wheels, so I guess it went a bit smoother than this.
No, bro, you're lagging now, bro. You are lagging now. I don't know if you're still recording.
I'm hearing you fine.
Okay, okay, but your video is okay. Now it's better. Okay,
Yeah, no,
continue.
the video,
I cannot hear you.
the
I also
video
couldn't
doesn't
hear you.
matter as long
But I
as
couldn't
it's
hear you
still
too.
there.
But I couldn't hear you too.
Okay, okay, bro, this is starting to.
Okay, let's get into it, bro. Let's start the pod, bro. I can't wait. You're
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
too
no,
long
I,
to.
I was talking earlier.
Okay, sorry. What were you talking? I didn't hear.
I think for the pod itself, you got to edit this out.
Okay,
It's quite messy. It's quite messy. Okay, all right,
okay.
back to that. All right, welcome back officially to preseason 24-25 number two, first drafts. I think we're recording live right now. There's some bit of technical difficulties I was just mentioning earlier before I think the connection was interrupted. That usually I'm behind the wheels lah, in controlling the hosting. So it's Lukman's second episode controlling the wheels. So if you see any technical difficulties,
It's all
do
good,
pardon
bro. It's all
us.
good.
It's all good.
It's
But
all
in this
good.
episode, right, we have with us our resident strategies, right? The sensible one to guide us through a couple of things. We'll be looking through at the fixtures, right? Like who is the
Yeah.
best fixtures in the first 5 game weeks. Lokman has his way of looking at things. I have my way of looking at things, and then we go to ones to watch players whom we think interesting assets to consider. And of course, last but not least, I think as the title suggests, we will go into our first drafts. But before we get into all that, look, man, let me know your team name, man,
Okay,
and the inspiration behind your team name.
my team name is Madsen for the Soul. So Ian Madsen, new signing for Aston Villa, left wing back from Dortmund. So I don't know, there's no inspiration, bro.
He
I
was
was looking at new signings and then like, oh, Madsen sounds like Madsen. But I wanted to put taste of your own medicine, but there's not. It's too long, so I have to do a shorter one.
should have gone with
Uh,
medicine ball.
but nah.
A little bit of both,
But what do you think
medicine
of
for
my
your
team name?
soul, nah. Didn't hit the spot. I mean, like I would go for soup for the soul, but you don't have soup for
Soup.
the soul.
What soup for the soul? There's no player to offer.
No,
Something to do with
but you know
medicine.
the book, Soup for the Soul.
Yeah, but which player name is that?
No, Nana. But I mean, they don't say medicine for the soul. It's just soup for the soul. Anyway,
What's
okay.
about
So
yours?
this, so I'm going back to my all-time classic. I'm not sure whether I should go back there because my rankings wasn't the best when I was using this name. But I think after the beautiful success of last season, I think this name deserves the justice of having an elite manager managing a team with this name. I'm going back to probably his swan song season or his final season. I'm going back to Mo Salah Tose.
So
Man,
in
Mo
other
Salah
words,
Tose satu man.
you ran out of ideas lah. You go,
Nah, bro, it's just amazing. I mean, like Mo
bro. You
Salah
just ran out of
Tose.
ideas. You ran out of ideas. Okay, let's move on.
Nah. Let's not get that. It's just a beautiful
Let-
name. Probably won't be able to use it again coming
okay,
season.
okay,
So we just keep
okay.
it at that.
Shall we start?
Right. So
Ready?
let's look at
Okay.
the starting fixtures. I think the fixtures are out. All the game fixtures are out. More or less, I think the first half of the season there shouldn't be too many changes, but how the Champions League new format will come out. I think the fixtures for the Champions League new format is not out yet. It won't affect weekend games, but I think there might be some rescheduling if like the Champions League team falls on a Friday or on a Saturday morning. What do you
Really,
think?
man? No lah, no. The dates are there already for 8 game weeks in the group stage in
All
midweek.
right. Okay. So I think
There's no
that's
effect.
all
There's
set.
no
So the
effect.
first half is all done. I'm just
Friday maybe Europa League. Ah. Conference League. I
Yeah.
don't know.
So I'm just testing the strategies, knowledge
Apa
on the
ni?
fixtures itself. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on the initial fixtures, man?
Okay, so I just want to tell you, right? So before I make like a proper draft, right? What I first do, right, is I'll message Kenny and ask him for his draft, and I just copy his draft. Just okay, okay. So basically, I will look at fixtures. So okay. So how I do it, right? Usually, my thought process, right, is how looking at the first fixtures, like which is the game week I could possibly wildcard. I'll just look at it as a possible game week to wildcard. So for this game week, right, sorry, for this season, right, I earmark game week 6. Just as a indication that is a good game week to wildcard, which is game week 6. So I'll tell you the reasons later. So basically right now I'm just looking at game week 1 to 5. So game week 1 to 5, right?
Wait. Before
Uh
that, we need to know why game week 6 first before we
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about game week 1 to 5.
yeah,
We
yeah.
get to that first. Okay, we go that
I'm
first.
getting there. I'm getting there now. I'm getting
Go there
there.
first. Game week 6.
No, I have to say why 1 to 5 first. So game week 1 to 5, right? The top four teams in the season ticker from Fantasy Football Scout, if you guys are hearing, you can sponsor us. It's Fulham, Liverpool, Newcastle, and Palace. Okay, so that's 1 to 5. They're the top four. So if you look at from 6 to 10, right, Newcastle immediately goes all the way down in the season ticker. So and then Palace and Fulham, they are bottom 10. Sorry, yeah, bottom 10. So their fixtures basically turn. And even Liverpool have Wolves away, Crystal Palace away, and then they have Arsenal and Chelsea. So even Liverpool, right, their fixtures turn bad. So for example, I will load up on Newcastle, Crystal Palace, right? I can easily cut them out, and also even Liverpool. And because from game week 6, right, Man City's fixtures become spicier. I know they start with Newcastle away in 6, but after that it's like Fulham, Southampton. So if I don't go with Haaland from the start, right, I can even cut Salah to Haaland, for example.
Okay,
So
before we get there, let's talk
yeah,
about the way that you analyze your fixtures. So your first one is game week 1 to 5, and then you rank them based on the difficulties in the first five
correct.
game week
Top
tickers.
four.
And then
Yes.
after that, you say it swings because 6 to 10, you did another
Newcastle.
set of table. No, you did another set of table
Yeah.
just for the game week 6 to 10, and then you see how they swing. Right?
Yes, correct. Roughly.
I think there's a bit of like I think there's some disadvantage in doing that.
Why?
Because you're taking two blocks of games without considering that there might be overlaps between, like example, game week 3 to 8.
Yeah, so basically I did this for like 1 to 4, 1 to 3, 1 to 7, 1 to 8. I can present my whole research here, but I'm just telling you this is the best. I actually considered game week 11 also, I think, or game week 12.
Okay.
So the reason why I did this, right, is because I think this is the best lah. It's not the most ideal. I think it's the best. So the reason why I want to earmark a wildcard game week, right, is so that I can concentrate my game week one draft. Okay, I'm just concentrating on the first 5 fixtures, the first 8 fixtures. You know, so even now that we can roll a lot of transfers, right, I think this is more important. So that's how I think that game week 6 wildcard is
Okay, coming
probably the
from
best.
like I mean like okay, I understand, but why? I mean, with five free transfers,
Yeah.
why are we look? I mean, like why would you want to? I mean, this is a genuine question from me. Like, why
Yes.
would you want to plan your game week, your wild card game week?
Okay. So for me, right, with this rolling of transfers, right, wildcard becomes a less valued chip in my opinion. So for example, right, even if I save up my transfers, right, I can easily wildcard and then come out with like 4 transfers after my wildcard. Ask you, if I have four free transfers and then I wildcard, right, the next game week I will have 5 or I will still have 4.
That one we have to find out. I think
That
for
one I'm
me
not sure,
it should be five.
but should be fair, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know, but I feel like wildcard, like let's say it's just a gauge, so that I can concentrate my assets in game week 1. Like I can
Okay.
plan. So
Okay.
if it's just a gauge, I'm not going to wildcard in 6. If my team is doing
I
well,
know.
I
I
don't
know.
need
I know. I know.
wildcard.
I'm
It's just
just
a
trying to understand the perspective.
yeah.
So I
But
think
do
for
you
you
agree that
listeners out there,
wait,
Lokman is a planner, right? So what he's doing
yeah,
right now is he needs to know or rather have a feel or gauge of when he wants to use his wild card, or rather
yes,
like how he wants to plan his moves. So this is what he's doing. Like, so basically, if I hear you correctly, you're planning to load up on teams from the top four of your first game week 1 to 5 ticker, which is Fulham, Liverpool, Newcastle, Crystal Palace. And then in
correct.
game week 6, you're going to re-review, right, your strategy moving forward for the next, let's say, 5 game weeks, right?
Yeah.
And then how when will your free transfers come in?
Hey, I never plan free transfers because I'm hoping because I'm concentrating on game week 5, right? For 5 game weeks, right? I'm hoping to
Mm.
roll all four.
Correct. So if
Actually,
you roll all four to game week five,
four. Yeah.
and then after that
Yeah.
game week six you wild card, you still have five. You gotta use something, right?
Yeah. Oh, you mean I haven't gone there, lah, bro. Relax, relax.
I'm just this
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
getting
yeah.
confused
Understand.
of like the wild card lah. I mean, like for me, right, the reason why I usually for the first half of the year I wouldn't plan the wild card for me,
Yeah.
and this is coming from a like a very high level bird's eye
Understand.
view is because I feel that your plan hinge upon the fact that you would have gotten the players for the first 5 game weeks right.
Correct.
You get me?
Uh,
It's a huge bet.
why?
I think it's a huge bet because
Yeah, like because I'm concentrating more short term, is it?
yeah, you're concentrating on the first 4 teams in the first 5 games, and then you're using your wild card for that. I mean, it's a good strategy. It's not an entirely wrong strategy, not an entirely bad
Yeah,
strategy.
yeah,
But I feel that you can use this, but a bit later time frame.
yeah, yeah.
You get
Can,
me?
can. I mean,
And
that's a good argument. Actually,
yeah,
ideally, I want to use later also, to be honest. Just that when I look
later,
at
right?
the fixture swings, right, I'm like, okay, maybe I should just concentrate on 5 game weeks and then try to do well and then go from there, lah, actually.
But okay,
And wait,
before
wait,
that, right?
wait, wait,
Before that, right?
wait. Do you agree with me that the wildcard is devalued now because of the fact
I
that we
won't
can
say
roll
it's
five transfers?
devalued. They still value the wild card. Okay,
Okay.
they still value the wild card. You presented an interesting way to look at it, but I think it should not be used so early, like game week 6, and put your chips in. I mean, there will come a point with your 5 free transfers that you can actually load up on players who have very decent fixtures before unloading those players with a wild card. But I don't think you should do it at the start, right? So
Okay.
okay, for me, right, I mean, okay, Lukman, you have presented your plan for now. I mean this is our first draft. It's gonna change. We still got like what 4 5 weeks to go before the season starts.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
So for me, what I like to do is I like to have a bit more of a rolling view, right? So what I mean by a rolling view is I look up to game week 10 to 14, right? In on average, I use the FDR set by
The official, lah.
the official FPL as a guidance, right? And then I have this thing called like a 5 week moving average. So basically, I will look from game week 1 to game week 5, right? And then from game week 2 to game week 6, I will see how the difficulty change. So it's just an average of the 5 game week difficulty rating. So if let's say the
Understand.
average is higher, means it's more difficult 5 game weeks. If it's lower, it's much lower. So with that being said, right, like immediately you can see that the first 8 games for Liverpool is going to be one of the best fixtures,
Yep.
right? In game week 1, the rolling 5 weeks average, they are ranked top. Then in game
Yep.
week 2, they go down to second, they go back to fourth, they go back to second in game week 4. In game week 5, it starts to swing because of the harder fixtures that they have in game week 9, right? So they are actually
Okay.
playing, what are they playing in game week 9? They're actually playing Arsenal in game week 9. So, with that being said, I think I would load up. I'll be more. I won't say I will load up, but I'm planning to load up on a triple Liverpool asset in my team.
Okay.
I think
Other than that,
that's just the first one. So, secondary, I think
yeah.
while Aston Villa have a difficult away game against Arsenal in game week 2, right? I think no, they have a difficult
3.
home game. No, they have
Give
a
me two.
difficult
Give
away
me. Give me
game,
two.
right?
Yeah.
In
Give
game
me.
week 2. I think otherwise, up to game week 9, they have pretty decent fixtures as well,
Yep.
which is why
Agreed.
my second team to look at if I were to focus on, let's say, tripling up on 2 teams would be on Liverpool and Aston Villa, right?
Okay. Fair. Fair.
Other notable short term, when I say short term here, I don't mean like 1 or 2 game weeks, but at least 5 game weeks would be players like you mentioned earlier from Fulham, Chelsea, and Southampton. Right? I think
Okay.
these players, if you look from a pure fixtures perspective, right?
Can.
2 teams, right, that I would stay away from at least in the first half or first quarter of the season is Wolverhampton Wanderers, who have difficult games all the way up to like game week 8, right?
But from
their fixtures is
yeah,
insane, man. Like it's
but from
you got
9,
Chelsea and then Forest. They got break Forest. You got Newcastle, Aston Villa, Liverpool, Brentford, City. Right. I mean, this is their first 8 game weeks, so they're meeting everyone that all the favorites there. Woo, stay away from them. Brentford also has quite difficult fixtures until game week 5 when the fixtures start to swing from them. So if you ask me, two teams that I think, in my personal opinion, you should target for is your Liverpool and Aston Villa assets, right?
okay,
Other than that, Chelsea, Fulham, Southampton's are interesting one to watch, and this Fulham and Southampton, especially with potential cheap assets that you can use to load on, right? And then I think in an even shorter view, right, like in like 5 4 game weeks, I think you have Nottingham Forest, which is a pretty decent shout as well.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Anyway, one more point on my point for you. From game week 6, right? Man City and Arsenal come into a good run of fixtures, so that's one of the reasons why I think I may get out from Salah, for example, maybe. And then there are other teams that come into good fixtures, so like Everton, Brentford, West Ham, like West Ham, maybe Bowen, Mbuemo, maybe yeah. So I think that there are teams that in game week 6 that wildcard could be feasible when I sell off my Isak, my Gordons, and my as is, you know what I mean? Like my Muniz Fulham also. So yeah, so that's one more thing that I thought that Game Week 6 would be a quite a decent
But
Game
I
Week to
think
work out.
just to iron things out, I think we talked about this also in our FPL playbook series. What
Which
is your
one?
game plan this season? Are you looking at fixtures or are you looking at form? Like, how do you
No,
think
no,
your strategy? I mean, like,
ah,
based on this fixture difficulty rating, like, how do you think you're going to approach the, let's say, the first half of the season or the first,
well,
like,
tough to say. I think
third of the season? Yeah,
right now it's just I think we can't say much. I think during the season then there's form, right? You can't have form from
exactly,
like game week
exactly,
1 to 5.
exactly,
So right now it's fixtures. That's all we can do is fixtures
exactly.
right now.
But you
So yeah.
mentioned like game week 6, you wanna change because the fixtures for, like, for example,
Yeah, Arsenal and Man
uh
City, bro.
Arsenal and
They're the
City
two main
get
teams.
better. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I
But
think like
yeah, I don't see
Arsenal got
Arsenal
less.
having better game week
Arsenal from
better.
6 got Leicester and Southampton home, 6 and 7.
Yeah, and
And
then
I
after
won't
that
have
in 9, 10, and 11 they've
yeah,
got
yeah, true, true.
Liverpool,
I can sell
Newcastle,
them.
Chelsea.
Yeah, yeah. But then Leicester, Southampton at home, I won't have Saka. I won't have any Arsenal, right? So I
No,
can
I think
walk
I
up
think
for
okay,
them.
I think we go step by step first. I think there's mid-term game strategy, and then
Yeah,
there's short-term strategy, short-term chips. Let's not look at the game week 6 first. Let's just look at the first 5 game weeks. I mean, you want to go there, you want to go to 10, 11 maybe, but I think let's tackle the first 5 or
yeah.
maybe 6 game weeks first. And I think what's clear and evident is that Liverpool, they have the best fixtures, followed by Aston Villa, and I think even Chelsea,
Fulham,
Fulham,
Newcastle.
Southampton have decent
I think
fixtures. Just a quick note for Southampton, from game week 5 onwards, they take a huge swing. But if you're looking at, like, players who could start and who could potentially be working for this, then might be interesting to target those lah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to
All
ones
right.
to watch.
All right. I think that's
Uh,
quite a bit comprehensive. Still a long
yeah,
way to go. I think.
a lot to digest, but
A lot
we
to
should move
digest.
on.
But okay. I mean, just to answer the question, last one. Is that
Last
I'll
one,
probably start off the season with fixtures, and then maybe to game week 6, 7, I will start looking at form.
form.
Yeah, because I think, like, the FDR only does you so well, but sometimes you got to
Yeah.
make your own. You got to make
For
your
me, yeah,
own perception. You got to make your
I'm
own
pretty sure
judgment.
playbook. I said fixtures over form, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, fixtures breeds form, IMO, especially to get like players. So for example, like West Ham good run, right? Like Bowen, like first 5 games, 1 assist only, but good underlying. I still go for Bowen, and Bowen is underrated by the way, I feel. But yeah, okay, let's move on. Wants to watch. We want to look. We will talk about assets to watch. From each position. I know. Why don't you go first with goalkeeper, bro? Do
I'm
you have
going
anyone?
with Bazunu. Let
He's
me
four
see.
point five.
He's 4.5. I
Oh,
mean, I'm looking for 4 million goalkeeper. People's
that's
looking
that
at,
start. That start.
sorry,
That starts.
that starts. I think right now we don't know anyone, but I
I
think
don't think there'll be.
Bazunu from Southampton they have pretty. I mean, okay.
Good
So
fixtures.
just a quick one. Like why I will go with Bazuno is because I think he has quite good complementary fixtures with Chelsea.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
apart from game week one, I think they have that one, and I think I'm just trying to pull up some stats here about Bazuno last season. I think in the league he was pretty decent. I mean, he pulled up some pretty decent stats last season. So let me just pull it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
while you put up right, just FYI, right, Russell Martin, the manager, right, he kind of quoted that even if they play Man City or Liverpool or Arsenal, right, he will not diverge away from his style of play, which is attacking. That's what he said in the comment when I somewhere read
Mm,
FYI.
mm, mm.
Okay,
So I
we,
think he played all 41 games last season in the
yeah,
championship. He's considered 54 goals, kept 11 clean sheet. Not the best at clean sheets, but he made about three saves, two and a half saves per game. So that's close to like the save points that we can get. And I think, yeah, with an attacking team, I think we see like someone like Onana having to face more shots. I'm just hoping that the short points would
no, that's
would
fair.
would, would get would get him in. So, Bazuno from Southampton. Yourself? I mean,
Okay, so
there's not much movement in the
yeah.
goalkeeping department anyway. So yeah,
Okay,
we go
so
with Bazuno.
for the first five fixtures, right, I rank the defense for the season ticker, right. The best team that has a 4.5 million goalkeeper, right, is Leicester. Like on top of Leicester, right, I think Leicester is like seven or eight best, and they have the 4.5 million goalkeeper, which is his name is Hannah Emerson. Apa sih nama dia?
Hennessy, yeah.
Sorry, let me pull out his name. His name is Hermanson. Hermanson, 4.5 million. So Leicester has Steve Cooper. I think he's pretty pragmatic manager lah. He's back four and back five kind of manager. So I don't know. I don't know much about him. I don't know that I'll start him, but he will be my one to watch because he's 4.5 million.
Actually, it's slightly better stats. So lah, he has more saves
Then Bazuna.
than Bazuno. Kept two more clean sheets than Bazuno. But then again, this is
Yeah.
the quality of shots that they face
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
championship is a lot lower.
When Bazuna played in the PL, I think he was pretty Fotheringham rubbish kind of.
Bazuno,
Yeah, he was pretty rubbish from what I recall. And
he was.
Fotheringham is
But
4.5 million, bro. 4.5 million SM. Any?
you think he's gonna be ahead of Ariola?
Yeah, lah, lah, lah.
Or even what's the other goalkeeper from West Ham?
Fabianski. But Fabianski is 4. He's 4.5 for some unknown reason.
Starting goalkeeper for the last season, so probably number two at West Ham. Fabianski
Okay.
now number
Okay,
three.
about defenders, bro.
Okay, wait. But just to shout out, right? Like this ones to watch. We're just highlighting players who we feel how to say have not been featured before lah. So I think from the goalkeeping department, just a caveat, I will not saying that Bazuno
Hermansen.
or Hermanson are the best goalkeepers
Hermansen.
to go with. We're presenting them as options, which I think we should watch out because there are some interesting or unique facts. Lah. So I think what you
Okay.
mentioned, okay, from my point of view, Bazuno, I think they have pretty decent starting fixtures all the way up to game week, maybe 6, 7. All right. And then they have very nice complementary fixtures to Chelsea, I think, for the first half of the season. So if you're looking to have Sanchez and someone else, I think Bazuno would be nice there. How about Hermanson?
Basically, first five fixtures, the fixture ticker, he's the best team. Let's say it's the best team that has a 4.5 million goalkeeper, starting goalkeeper. That's about it. That's how
No 4 million
I
keepers,
can.
worth noting for this so far.
No, no, no,
I
not
mean,
yet.
if we had, he'll probably be highly owned. So
Yeah.
that'd be a good way to see as well.
Okay, let's move on defenders, bro.
Yeah, you go ahead.
I don't. I think Mikolenko, 4.5 million only. Even like I don't know why the centre backs are 5 million. I don't know why he's priced cheaper. So I think he's a bit underpriced. I think a Daesh team decent starting fixtures. I think he's definitely one to watch. One probably 70% near in my draft because he's attacking ish
Mikolenko,
and he's in a
in the
Sean Dash.
Shandai's team.
Pretty good. He should be a good SL at his price. What do you think
Uh,
of him?
I think he's decent, Mikolenko, but yeah, just that the attacking returns
Yeah, lah, yeah, lah.
not as positive. But again, at that price point, we don't have many
Actually, we do have a
wing
few.
backs. I mean, with
Wing backs,
effective,
yeah.
with clean sheet potential as well.
Yeah, clean sheet,
At four and a
yeah.
half, at the front, I think it's a decent shout. Um, I'm calling for Guihi to have a breakthrough season if he stays at Crystal Palace. I think at the tail end of the season, Crystal Palace really showed up with the new under the new manager. So I'm just calling it if he's staying at Crystal Palace and he's not going to Liverpool, then I think they have a breakthrough season. But otherwise, who else? Who else? Who else do we have? What do you think of Barco from Brighton?
Yeah, 4 million, right?
Yeah,
Estepina is injured. Pretty, I think it's pretty like 1 month, first month of the season. It's pretty okay lah. I think he
pretty
start. I,
decent.
I I remember him last season. He did play. I thought he did come on. He looks like a decent player. Like, but yeah, 4 million can't go wrong. It's better than Howard Bellis, I guess. I think, but Howard Bellis is in my draft.
How Bellis is in my draft too.
Yeah, maybe I'll
I
choose
think
Bako.
he's
Like,
a
if
better
he has a good
option.
preseason, I'll just switch. But yeah,
And of course, the legend Woodface. I think he's another 4 million.
yeah,
4 million. I think he scored quite a number of goals for Liverpool.
yeah,
2 or 3 seasons ago, do you recall?
yeah.
I think 2 goals in one game,
Yeah.
or one season, something like that.
Yeah. One more guy is Munoz. I have him in my draft. I like the fact that he's 5 million because he won't be highly owned. And the guy was basically playing right winger lah, right forward lah.
I've got a quick question for you, right? We mentioned just now in the fixtures, Wolves, right, is something we want to stay away. Ed Nori
Yes,
at
sir.
4.5 million. Do you think
He's
he's
good.
up further up the pitch? Do you think he's a good asset, even despite
Bro,
the
no, no. You know, they have a tough fixture from game week 9, right? But from game week 10, right, they have a sea of green fixtures. So from game
exactly?
week 9, he Huang, who they are, and then your favorite boy, Pedro Neto, they will be in draws, for sure.
Yeah, but
But not
I'm
now
just
lah.
saying,
Not now, not
at
now.
four and a half
Not
million. I mean,
rotation lah, maybe.
if he doesn't play in defense, I mean, he starts up further up the pitch. You think it's both? I mean, basically, you're getting another midfielder at 4.5 million,
Yeah.
but in a
I don't
defender
think I don't
position.
think it's up because of the fixtures. I'm a fixture guy, bro.
Yeah, yeah, Fritz is the kind of guy, eh?
Actually, okay, one thing to know, right? For Madsen, right? Ian Madsen, for my team name Madsen for the soul, right?
Mhm.
He was bought for 40 million, right?
You
And they
gotta
have two
have him
left
in your
backs
team,
already.
bro. You gotta have him in your team.
Wait, wait.
You
He has
can't
two
name a
left back.
player without having them in your team.
I can, bro. Who says I can't?
No, it's
Is it?
the unspoken golden rule of fantasy Premier League.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is they have two left backs already, right?
Mhm.
Indin and what's that guy's name? Moreno. And there's
Yeah.
no news of them getting so. And they paid 40 million, right? I got maybe there's a chance, right? He plays winger because Diaby is gone. You know, there's an outside chance, something to watch out for. So yeah, maybe he could play up front because he's basically he can't really defend. He's more of a wing back ish winger, tricky winger, and 40 million quid. When you have two left backs already, is I don't know.
You
I
also
don't
have
know.
Konsa who can play on the left back.
Only for England, bro. Only under Southgate. But yeah, something to take note. Emery has something cooking. Maybe we don't know. Wants to watch. Anyway, let's move on to the prime position, bro. Midfielders.
I'll
Who do
go
you have
first.
in mind, bro? Yes,
I think back
we
from
stick to one.
injury, if he's fit,
Who?
right? He could be a talismanic player for
Liverpool,
the
Chelsea.
Enzo Marquez's team.
Oh, you're talking about the main guy,
I think everyone's hyping him up. But essentially a number 9 being listed as a
Isn't
midfielder,
he's
right?
not really a nine? I guess nine and a half,
In
10.
game, a 9.5, 10.
Yeah, lah, nine. I mean, yeah, can. Okay,
I mean,
who is
probably
he,
start
bro?
up front. So his name is Nkunku.
Oh, I thought Jackson. Okay, what about
Yeah,
Nkunku, bro?
midfield. I think Nkunku, like, if
Underpriced,
he,
huh?
I think he's underpriced, very very underpriced.
I don't know why he's
Uh,
6.5. Random.
and I mean, if this is fun fact lah, do you know that Nkunku name is spelled NKU twice?
No.
Actually, yeah. I mean, his name sounds very that one, but it's actually just Nkunku. So it's really NKU
Okay.
twice. Yeah. So like, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
that being said, I think looking at this Chelsea setup, he's
It's
missing.
a 4-3-3 though. Left
Yeah,
wing or
so he
striker.
probably be. I think he probably be like either LAM or a striker.
Yeah. Bro,
He be
this
there
guy
at the
two
back.
seasons ago was a
Oh,
10 million
since
asset
then.
in a
Yeah.
UCL fantasy. He was 10 million and he was template, right? And he's at 10 million. Now he's
Worthy
6.5
million.
just after 2 seasons. He's only 27 years old. So I don't see how injury can like he's still peak going to his peak. So yeah, I think underpriced and
I think very
yeah,
underpriced. But again, with him, I would take a sit and wait approach. What about you?
yeah. Because Man City first game also. Where maybe I had him in my drafts too. But yeah. I'll go with my team, my player. So under Arne Slot, right, we will probably play a 4-2-3-1, right? Who do you
We
think
don't
will
know. We
play?
don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Most likely, most likely.
We don't know yet.
Like, I'm saying most likely.
We
Who
don't
do
know
you
yet.
think will play the 10 behind the striker? The middle of the tree.
Fabio Carvalho.
Serious, serious. Who do you think will play?
Uh,
Fabio Carvalho some more?
Coutinho.
His Coutinho is in that one, bro.
Coutinho prime 10.
Vasco da Gama.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Prime 10 for Liverpool. Anyway, who? Tell me,
Okay,
tell me.
whoever. Okay, so I don't know. I'm asking you, but I'm saying that position could be prime like for FPL. For example, so was like 6.5 million. Same price as Nkunku. If he plays at 10, if McAllister plays at 10, highly unlikely lah. Unless we buy another centre mid, maybe McAllister is also 6.5. Harvey Elliott is 5.5. I think I
I
just,
think,
just whoever who plays at 10 lah. I
bro, I
don't
think
think I don't think it'll be I don't think it'll be more.
you're
Who do you think will
overcooking.
play 10?
You're overcooking at this moment. I think it's not worthy a discussion until we see the first friendly
No, I'm
game
asking you who will play at
set
10.
up. We don't even know if they set up with a 10.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a 4-2-3-1. I'm pretty confident it'll be 4-2-3-1.
I don't think so.
Then you think
I
it'll be 4-3-3?
I still think it'll be a 4-3-3. I don't think it'll be a huge tactical swing like that until we see the preseason game. So I think this is not a worthy discussion
No, no.
because
I'm
I
saying
feel
I'm
like
saying okay. From all the videos and all the articles I read, he like to invert one fullback and then there'll be one guy going out, so it'll be a three. So the one midfielder, that midfielder, let's say it's either Soboslai or McAllister. If he's very advanced in the field at 6.5 million, let's say 1 week before the season start, right? We play Seville. I
then one
think
week,
that team will, I think that team will be very close to the game week one team. If Soboslai plays that 10 position,
and then
he
okay, let's
he
put it
could
this
be
way:
very
1 week
enticing.
before the game starts, then we discuss this. But I think right now there's too many ifs to
Yeah, I'm
point
just
the
saying it's
finger
wants to
to
watch, bro.
anyone.
And Kunku also what if? Why cannot talk about it?
No, but Nkunku, we know like he's back from injury.
Yeah, but what do you mean? Soboslai cannot talk about starting at 10. Why are you so against
I
my
mean,
my pick?
I don't know. I just feel like it's just cooking, just too much cooking there.
Okay, fair.
You
How
get what I
about
mean? Like, it's too
forwards?
much cooking. Like, I mean, it's too much cooking.
What
Like,
mean
I get where
cooking?
you're coming from. If Liverpool plays in a 4-2-3-1, then a cam would
Even
be
if they play 4-3-3, right?
yeah.
Like Soboslai plays as an A, right? He will be a 10 too.
So let's
I
look
feel.
at this. If Arsenal sets up as a 4-2-3-1 effectively, you don't cook Odegaard. What?
Although guys to go accept what?
He's a good asset, but I don't say that he's one to watch in that bracket because of the price point.
He
Is that
bro,
what you're saying?
yeah, Soboslai 6.5, bro.
So most like 6.5 as
Although guys to go accept what? Even at 8.5. I'm talking about Soboslai at 6.5 million. He
okay.
will be. Yeah, that's my point, bro. If he's
Right, right,
7.5, then
right, right.
maybe I won't be having this conversation. 6.5 is pretty steamy, pretty good value, bro. As an attacking 10
Pretty
under
decent.
Arnes. Okay, let's move
Pretty
on to forwards,
decent.
bro.
Anyone else from your midfield?
Let's move on to forwards. We're going on quite long already.
You
I'm,
I leave that to you. I don't think there's many options up front. We've got
not
who
really.
who who do you want? Who do you want to go with once to watch up front?
Yeah, that's quite true. No, no, no. A lot of obvious ones. A lot of obvious, right?
It's super obvious.
Is it?
Like
Yeah,
there's no new transfers coming in. Uh
yeah. Let's skip
yeah.
forwards. Let's
I
go to
think
your
the
draft.
question here is you think Mateta will carry on the form?
He's going to the Olympic Games when France will probably win the Olympics. So he will be playing all the way until the finals, like few days before game week one.
What about
So
Zirkzee signing for United? Does it mean lesser minutes for Hoyland or Zirkzee on the
eh,
bench?
I think they'll share minutes. I don't think they can play together. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just stay away. Stay away from this ones to watch. But ones to watch can be not in game week one. But as how much is he?
Who?
How much is Zelski?
Zirkzee
In
7 million.
7 is
Archer
fine.
at Aston Villa 5 million.
Is What to watch?
With Diaby gone, do you think Archer will have
Okay,
something
okay,
to
no,
do?
okay,
I mean, they
no, no,
like to play a
serious.
4-4-2 kind of setup.
No, no,
I'm
no,
just
no,
saying.
let's not go there. Okay,
No,
okay.
no, as in,
Tony is linked to Spurs like heavily. Let's say Tony goes. But they got this Thiago guy. I wanted to say about Wisa lah. But this Thiago is a forward, so yeah, maybe not Wisa lah. Okay, okay. Forget my
John
thought
Duran
process.
is linked to Chelsea, right? If I'm not mistaken. Was it
Yeah,
Chelsea or
yeah, I think so.
I think he had a
Nicholas
pretty
Jackson
like
wants to watch. Nicholas Jackson wants to watch. How about Darwin, bro?
always watching. I think we watch whether he gets a ban first, and then we discuss that later.
Hey, bro, you know, like the last year winner of FPL, right? He did a video, lah, his team selection. He got Darwin in his draft, bro.
Legit.
So legit, he won FPL last season and he's trolling everyone to everyone would just Darwin, bro. I see what he's doing there, man. Whoever the Norwegian guy, sneaky guy.
This is he's baiting. Look at it
Yeah,
baiting.
bro. Everyone will listen to him, yeah. But yeah, anyway, let's move on to your draft. You want to start my
Okay,
draft
wait.
or your draft, bro?
Just a quick one. Last one. What about the legend, man? Jamie Vardy from Leicester.
Actually, not bad.
Pretty decent. 35 matches, 18 starts, 18 goals. He's only
No,
at
I
five and a
was
half million.
like, I see the lineups, right? They got like Daka and Nacho, right? They all shared minutes, Nacho is not in the game, Is he gone?
Kelleher.
I don't know. He's not in the game. But
It's
anyway,
not a squad also.
yeah,
It's
maybe he
not
left.
exactly
But I don't know. I thought Daka was a pretty good signing 2 seasons ago, but he didn't play much last season, and he was fit. He was on the bench most of the time. So I don't know. Let's not go to Buddy.
yeah.
5.5 million though.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
I'd rather go to Adam Armstrong.
Muniz,
5.5.
Muniz.
Yeah, yeah. Muniz is in my draft.
All right,
Okay.
let's go.
Yeah. Should I start first?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I targeted the first 5 fixtures, right? So the teams are Fulham, Palace, Liverpool, and Newcastle. I mean, I'm not triple up yet, but I'm looking to triple up. I'll see how it goes. So my goalkeepers are the two Leicester goalkeepers, 4.5 and 4 million. So I have Trent in my draft. I think Trent is the fixtures. I know there's uncertainty. I'm pretty sure he'll play inverted fullback. I don't think he'll be a start. He'll be the even if he play midfield, he'll be double pivot. But yeah, I just like the potential. And I'm banging on the fact, right? He could be a template. And then everyone will be rushing to get him, and it'll be tough to get him at 7 million. And I also feel that 7 million is
Wait,
pretty good price.
before we go, right, like what's your general strategy again with your first draft?
So my strategy is just concentrating on the first 5 fixtures.
Okay, so only from
So
4 teams.
mostly. So Fulham, Liverpool, Newcastle, Palace. Menu is fifth in the top five. So that's why I have a certain menu midfielder which I'll get to. So
Okay.
so my trend is my defender. The other one, right? IFK. I have this rotation that I've came up with from 4 teams: Aston Villa, Everton, Crystal Palace, and Southampton. So if you look at the first 5 features, right, they have this. I can play 2 out of 4 lah. So my defenders is Munoz, Konsa, Mikolenko, and Howard Bellis. I mean, just a rough gauge lah. I'll probably play Munoz every game, but in case like they don't look good, I can play Southampton also. So if you look at those 4 teams, right, Villa, Everton, Palace, Southampton, there are at least 1 game week. There are at least 2 of them that are playable. So my midfielders, I have Salah. I think Salah is almost nil in my team. As a Liverpool fan and as the fact that the fixtures again, I think he's nil. Eze is probably not in my team too, based on my strategy because Palace have a good attack. And then Hudson-Odoi and Rogers. Okay, Hudson-Odoi, I like him as well. Decent starting fixtures. And then Menu, as I said earlier, they are fifth, right, for the top 5 for the season ticker. So I have Rashford in my current draft. It's a bit iffy, but I don't mind a Menu asset. If not, I'll go Garnacho. I can save 0.5. And then the other guy is Rogers as a bench. Morgan Rogers. He not because he just scored in the preseason. I think last season, right, towards the end, he had 4 attacking returns in 8 games. So he looked decent towards the end of last season. So at 5 million, and also there's no 4.5 million. Like
Who's he play
Harry
for?
Winks, Morgan Rogers, Villa.
Oh, Villa. Okay.
He's like a number 9/winger. So and also there's no 4.5 million. Like I know Harry Winks got but I'll just pay 0.5 more in case there is an injury. I don't have to make a transfer. So Rogers is my bench guy. And then my upfront, right, I think Isak is a no-brainer. Fixtures. Muniz too. And then Haaland. Haaland for me is not nil, but he's currently in this draft. I still think Haaland, like game week 2, eat fish, right? at home. He can be my captain. He could punish. I think I'd rather go there first and then worry about it. Like, let's say I don't have him right, and he just bangs right. I will lose my cool lah, and I will try to get him in, and I'll probably take hit. So I think I will just go there first and worry later. But I do like Watkins. The 6 million savings right, I can do a lot. I'll probably like instead of Rashford, I can go Palmer. I can go Bruno also. I like Bruno at 8.5. I can go. I like Vardiol also.
I don't
Um,
know. You like plenty of players there.
yeah. So that 6 million can do a lot, bro. But I still think Haaland is scary to go without. So that's currently my driver. I got three premiums: Haaland, Salah, and Arnold. So three super premiums. I think Arnold will be considered a super premium. And I got no premiums. My next one is just Eze and Rashford at 7 million. So that is my draft, bro. What do you think?
Okay, I think it's a lot of thinking, a lot of thought into that. Let me just share my draft.
Yep.
So, so my strategy is for my goalkeepers. I want to get in the two goalkeepers who I think can last the
Rotate well lah.
longest, rotate well, and can last the longest fixtures. So I think Lokman's strategy is to have a starting goalkeeper. Right, so it's either one or the other. For me, I like the option to choose one over the other. And I think Sanchez. I mean, the problem with Leicester, like no harm, no harm. I say don't. I mean, I'm just being open here. I feel that if they get
Please be
into
open, bro. All the
if they
time.
get into like a bad run of first 5 games, right,
And
then you'll
then
be using transfer to change them. I think it's
Waka lah.
quite wild card or whatever. I mean, you're forcing yourself
Bro, but you have a
for
Southampton goalkeeper, bro. And
yeah, but I got a
Chelsea.
Chelsea goalkeeper. I mean,
Okay, lah,
I
correct.
I still mitigate my risk across two teams.
Okay, that's fine.
Right. So if you're doing one, then the risk is a bit higher, and then your wildcard strategy might be there. But I mean, then again, with goalkeepers now with lesser bonus points, like Longman mentioned, I think
Yeah.
not too much of a headache lah. So basically, you want to say your point five there, but I think because we don't have that many options there, I'm going with Sanchez and Bazuno for now.
All
Because I
right.
feel like they're the best rotating fixtures in the first 10
How
games
many
at
feet?
least.
10 games. Okay.
Okay, my next strategy is to triple up on Liverpool. I think that we they have the best fixtures. Sorry, I'm so used to calling Liverpool we. They have the best fixtures. Um, so of course Trent and Salah is in there. I mean Trent's attacking output we don't know yet because there's so many question marks in terms of how Slot will set up this team, but his quality and he needs to be in there, in my opinion, until at least we see a couple of games and the tactical setup shows us otherwise. But I have Salah and Trent, and I think we have one more option here. I was tinkering between Jota and Luis Diaz, but I've put in Luis Diaz first on the back of a successful Copa America campaign. So that's my three Liverpool assets. I'm also going with three Aston Villa assets because, like I mentioned earlier, these are the two teams that I want to focus on first. I have Pau Torres in defense, basically because he was in the top 10 defenders last season, right? Overall
Four
total
points.
points,
Okay.
4 points. Yeah. So I think carrying on in this season with not too many changes with this Aston Villa team, I think we can expect to see similar returns. I mean, slow grind, but some returns there. Up front, I have Watkins, and then in my midfield, I have triple up with Leon Bailey. Right, I think you've gone with Rogers. I wanted to go with Diaby before his transfer, but I think Diaby's gone. So I think Bailey also kind of like established himself a little bit in this squad at the tail end of last season. So I'm having in there first, right? And then my next step, right, is to select my Forders, right? So I've got Woodface and Howard Bailey, right, in defense, my two 4 millions there. So
Okay.
the reason why I have them is because they're 4 million and they have potential playing points, right? Then they,
But they are not starting right any game.
I
They're
mean,
not part of a
in my team,
rotation.
it's not part
They're
of my
not part of a
rotation. Not part of my
okay.
rotation. They're just on the
Okay.
bench, but they are not. I think they're a bit more secure than like my Cabore last season and my
Actually, I'm sorry. There's Ben Johnson 4 million who just Ipswich bought the West Ham fullback. So
yeah,
he
yeah,
could
yeah.
be an option too.
But
FYI
I
lah.
think, but I think we know how would Bailey and Woodface played for Leicester last year. I think that's a bit more of like a nilness lah,
Certainty lah.
certainty. Yeah,
In terms of stats. Okay,
correct.
fine.
And then Harry Winks in midfield. right? And then with the remaining amount of money, I've got Haaland up front first. I think we cannot go without Haaland.
Really?
I think we cannot go without Haaland. I think
Why?
priced at 15 million. Again, from the statistics we saw, Haaland, I mean, point per million might go down, but Haaland returns about a point every 11 to 12 minutes is on the pitch. He's the fastest, most efficient returner apart from Palmer last season, right? And then
Okay.
I feel that even Watkins with more points has not have that same kind of like impact when he's playing. So I feel like unless Haaland is injured, on average, if we have him at 15 million, he will return the points at a faster rate than other players. I mean, this is just theoretically, yeah. So you can take it. I think it's worth that 6 million more ahead of like Isaac, for example, right?
Okay.
And then I have Muniz on my team. So then
Hassan Odoi.
in midfield one more lah. So Hudson Odoi, and I still have point
No,
five million in the bank. So now the issue here, right, is I will be rotating between a 3-4-3 and a 3-5-2. Okay.
no. Why would you play wings? Harry wings. You won't play wings,
So
no?
if Muniz, if I feel like Muniz like Fulham fixtures turns, then I will rotate between that lah. You get what I mean?
Okay, I wouldn't do that. To be
I mean,
honest, Harry wings. Eh?
I wouldn't do that, but if I have to, I mean, this is basically what I'll be rotating between lah.
No,
You get
then
what
I'd
I
rather
mean?
go. Oh, yeah, 5 million
Because I
play.
feel that Muniz and Wings, like the potential returns is about the same. You
Same.
get what I mean?
No, bro. Muniz is much better. Harry wings is a DM, right?
It's a
Center mid.
midfielder lah, like a midfielder.
No,
Okay,
bro.
no. So
Don't compare
generally,
wings and Muniz.
my strategy is to
Yeah.
at least be able to afford flexibility of going 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3. Okay.
Okay.
Why I'm not so like how do you put it? Why this 3-4-3 strategy does not work so well with me now is because I feel that Muniz can be upgraded to someone better like Isak.
There's no way. That is 2.5 million or
Yeah,
two
and to
million.
do that, I've got to bring down Trent.
2 million, so you can get a 5 million defender. Okay, I think that.
Yeah, correct. So I mean that's the thing that I have because if I were to stick to a 3-4-3 formation, I feel like I need them firing on all cylinders. So with this current setup, why I'm saying that I'm not saying that I will have to rotate between 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, but I feel that there's not much variance in that sense. Like Harry Winks and Muniz, they are not both strong punchers, which you say, okay, I definitely want to keep with a 3-4-3, or I wanna play with a 3-5-2. You get where I'm coming from?
I mean, I don't agree that I will never play wings over Muniz in
Okay,
any
let's not say
circumstances.
Wings. Let's say I find someone who's a bit better than Wings at 5 million,
5 million. Okay,
right? So
okay.
like
Then
Rogers, for
then.
example, right? Rogers, for example, if I have
But
Rogers there
you can't triple
instead of
triple out
Bailey,
on.
I have Rogers, and then for my 6.5, I get in someone else, right?
Okay, okay. Then
Then
okay.
you come to
Then I
that
get it.
conundrum, then it's not so clear cut whether I should go with a 3-4-3 or 3-5-2.
Okay, okay. Now I get it. Now I agree.
So yeah, I mean, like you look at this team, it's yes, it doesn't make sense, but I think if I tinker a little bit more, that's my issue here. So if I want to go with, I feel like how I need to improve on this draft is I need to ask myself the tough question of whether I want a 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. If I want a 3-4-3 formation, then I would need to
No,
have
no. I
a
think the
structure
question
mid.
is Isa or Trent, right? Essentially, no,
I think
right?
I mean I could go
Is
down. I could.
Isa or Trent, essentially. Is that isn't that the main dilemma?
I don't think
Instead
I
of
don't think so. I think what I can do is if a 3-4-3, I can also downgrade like DS. That means I get a weaker four.
wait, but you still want Isa, right?
Yeah, yeah, with Isak. So I need 2 million for Isak, right? You get what I mean?
Okay,
So
so
I
you
go
get
down from
a
DS to let's say
5.5, another 5.5.
a 5.5, or let's say a 7 million, and then Billy down to like a 5.5, right? And
Okay,
then
so not
you get what I
necessary
mean?
Trent lah.
Yeah, not necessarily trend. That means I have a weaker midfield lah.
Okay.
Slightly became inferior. Yeah, so I'm just saying this. I'm just saying that I need to ask myself this difficult question, whether I want to play the whether I want to play the 352 or the 343. Okay, why I think this is something that I need to decide early, because like what you mentioned, it's not just about trend or Isak, right? It's about whether I feel that putting my all my money in the attacking asset, right? Whether the returns is better than spreading that amount into the other players
In midfield.
in
Remember,
midfield.
we did our playbook
Exactly,
midfield
exactly,
over forward, right? But
exactly.
I think this season maybe a bit different.
No, I find it a bit challenging because of the new price points.
Yes, correct.
At
That's why I
10
say
million, at
discipline.
9 million is
Yeah,
very difficult. So I might take out Muniz, right,
for Isak. Who
for
else besides
Archer,
Isak?
for
Oh,
Archer,
Archer.
get in like that million, and then maybe get in slightly better midfielder. So it's a huge dilemma, a huge tinkering here, lah.
Okay, so my first thoughts is because you're looking at 10 game weeks, I'm looking at 5, right? That's why you don't have a Newcastle asset because Newcastle from 6 onwards they have a bad fixture. So that's one thing that is glaring. Like I think Isak is super new in my team. I think he's 8.5 is super good value, and Southampton and Leicester first two is scary. He's on penalties and stuff like that. So I feel like if you ask me Isak or Trent, let's go back there. I will go Isak over Trent. If you were there, if there's the dilemma. That's how much I think Isak is pretty scary to go without.
Okay, let's put it this way: if you were not have a trend
In my team or your team.
in my team, and I want to triple up on Liverpool, who should my third Liverpool player be?
So was like I don't know, man. There's no one, right?
Konate?
Nah.
Not even nailed
How do you,
at this moment at
how do
this
you know
moment.
he's starting? You go with
Yeah,
Darwin, no?
exactly.
He's 7.5.
Yeah, then I can get Isak in, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it's a must to triple out on Liverpool.
I want to. I think to me, with the fixtures, it be
Then suppose if 1 week before, if he plays, because he's back in preseason quite early, right? McAllister's still on holiday. I don't know, man. It could be Soboslai here, man. You could squeeze him in if you really want to triple up. I mean, you are the one want to triple up. I'm just saying.
yeah.
Soboslai could be an option. Could be. I don't know. Good enough. The features are good enough if you're confident in starting. But yeah, shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, we should. I think it's just our first draft. As you can
Yeah,
hear, there's a lot of conversations going on here. It's not the
yeah.
easiest.
We're talking. Okay, so our next part, right? We are looking at new teams. Sorry, new managers in the league. I think Liverpool, Chelsea, Brighton, particularly. The title will be "What's New on the Menu." We may have a guest that you have heard before. I think he haven't confirmed yet, but we'll be back next week. I know we'll be back next Saturday night to record. Sorry, this Saturday night, FYI. Okay, let's wrap it
What?
up, bro.
We're
Any last
recording this
words?
Saturday night? No,
Yes,
I'm just kidding.
sir. Any last words before we wrap it up?
Uh, for those of you playing again after a long time, and you're listening to us, I hope that you can see that FPL is a game that can be played in many ways. Don't be disheartened. Don't enjoy the game. Try to enjoy the game. There's people like Lokman. There's people like everyone else who tries to plan a bit too much, and then there's someone like me who's a bit more chill. So
What happened, bro?
yeah, so let's wrap things up.
Okay. Again, if you're listening, thank you for listening to us ramble for like an hour. Do follow us on social. Share our Telegram group chat. There's a mini league. There's a prize mini league. The code will be on the Telegram chat on our pin. Is pinned to the top lah. So yeah. I've been Lukman, the sensible one.
And I'm Anwar, FPL casual. Always happy to partner you in your FPL journey. We're FPL Copy Talk, signing out. Choo-hoo!
You're listening to FPL Kopi Talks. Right here. Right now.